You know, it was a failed opportunity for them not to have played any version of Ready or Not. The Delphonics version, the Fugees cover. Hell, I would have even accepted Sock It To Me by Missy Elliott. What's up, guys? This is Courtney, one half of the... Okay, yeah, let's just jump into it, right? Today, I'm going to be bringing you my review for Ready or Not. Spoilers, of course, but, you know, that's usual for my videos. Do I even really need to give spoiler warnings anymore? Because you should come in expecting this by now, right? Hey, what's up, guys? Disembodied voice of Courtney here. This video won't have any footage from the trailer because even though I'm talking and going over some stuff that might be considered spoilers for the film, I think the trailers probably give away a little too much of the story. So I think it would be best if anybody who's just kind of checking out the video to kind of see what the film is about, whether or not it's worth a watch, probably has probably already seen the trailer, and if not, they probably don't need to see it now just because it goes over a little too much regarding the story. Ready or Not just came out over this past weekend, and it's a horror comedy, thriller comedy, based around this girl named Grace. Grace marries into this family that's this really, really rich family that made their money from board games and things like that. I know I normally like to talk about the plot and everything with these films. I'm going to try my best not to because I want to keep this relatively short. But overall, the movie is based around Grace marrying into this family, and this family has a tradition that they play with anybody that marries into it, where they have to play some type of game. Like I think there's a myth around the family that like one of the grandfathers or somebody like that, one of the patriarchs of the family, made a deal with essentially made a deal with the devil to gain this mass amount of wealth for his family. And if they don't make some type of sacrifice, then everybody in the family dies. So that's how we're kind of explained what's going on. Now the movie opens up with, you know, one of the members of the family that on their wedding night, and it's one of the female members. It's a female member of the family, and her husband, you know, gets killed or whatever like that. It shows two of the boys from the family that are like hiding, not hiding, but one of them ends up hiding because he doesn't really like what's going on, and the other one kind of like, hey, just chill out in here. He's in here, stuff like that, because all the fucking kids in this damn movie are fucking snitches. And the help too, like the maids and the butler and shit like that in the house, they're all fucking snitches. But yeah, so it opens up with that, and we get to see like, hey, this is something that happens. Now, what's not explained is, I don't know if every game that's played has, you know, is based around murdering somebody. I'm not sure, because one person said they had like checkers, you can end up playing chess, something like that, right? Those are like the rules of the film that we're given. Now, Grace came from a foster home, so you know this really means a lot to her from what we're told. And I think overall the film is entertaining. There are some now, word of mouth got me into seeing this film, because when I first saw the trailer, I wasn't really interested in it, but then I heard word of mouth, and then I watched a couple of reviews, and I was like, you know what, okay, I might have to check this out. So overall, the film is actually entertaining. It's funny to me. I have a weird sense of humor. I've stated that before in my videos. I have a weird sense of humor, so a lot of shit that was funny to me probably shouldn't have been funny. And my friend that I went with, you know, didn't think certain moments were funny, to the point where she thought I saw the movie already, right? Because I wasn't I was laughing at stuff before it happened, and I'm like, no, that's just me. I'm just weird like that. I have a weird sense of humor. But overall, the film is funny. It is suspenseful, and you're like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? Like, you're very much that what the hell did this family get into, right? I think one of the downfalls of the film, though, is that they could have done a little bit more with explaining the rules, because we don't really know, did all the other spouses of the people that married into the family, did the games that they have to play have like murderous results as well? Because Grace pulled the worst possible card she could have pulled. You know, she pulled hide and seek. So this is a deadly game of hide and seek. You have to hide, and if anybody of the family that finds you has to maim you so they can sacrifice you to the devil, Mr. LeBeau or something like that. And so the family can continue living. Now, again, what's not explained is that the wife that had to play chess or checkers, was she gonna die if she lost the game? Obviously, she wasn't sacrificed. So what games require a sacrifice and what doesn't require a sacrifice, right? So I think that's the one confusing thing with the film. Now, it could have been for me, you know, just finding shit funny and not paying attention at that particular moment while I was laughing and just missing out on stuff. But as far as I remember, they didn't really do a good job of explaining that. But overall, the movie is entertaining, and it has, to me, a very satisfying ending. But the satisfying ending is the fact that they play on it at one. There's a couple of points in the film where, you know, you think this whole myth is bullshit, right? One of the husbands of I don't think he's married into the family. He's somebody's husband. I don't think he's like the actual direct descendant of the family. I think he married into it. And at one point he was like looking up, deal with the devil, real or bullshit, right? There's another character that brings it up like, this is bullshit. This has to be bullshit. I think it might have been Grace. So when the movie ends and they don't sacrifice her because she gets away, you know, there's this really big funny moment where the aunt, who was the woman at the beginning of the film whose husband got killed, she opens up the blinds because it's daylight and everybody starts freaking out like they're vampires or some shit. And it was the funniest thing ever. And then they're like, oh, it's bullshit. And then motherfuckers start blowing up. And for that split moment, you're like, oh, so it was bullshit. So they basically been killing people. You know, they basically been sacrificing people for no fucking reason. And then they decide, the aunt, the crazy ass aunt who looks mean as shit, you know her when you see her, she decides, I don't care, she still deserves to die, and she explodes. And then the other guy who was looking up the deal with the devil stuff, he says, oh, well, it was all bullshit. But what do we do about her? Clearly, she knows about the weird shit that they've been doing, right? The sacrificing that they've been doing. So in that instance, it was like, oh, this is really bullshit, and they just been doing this shit for no fucking reason. And then people start like blowing up and shit like that, right? I think that's a satisfying ending because they actually went through with it. Like, oh, no, there's a pause. They freaked out like they were vampires. But no, they actually need to die now. And then you see, I guess, Mr. LeBeau, you see like his vague appearance appear in some flames from the fireplace. And she was like, oh, shit, all right. So I like us, Sarah Weaving, I believe her. I know her last name was Weaving. I can't remember her first name. But the actress who plays Grace, I liked her. She did a very good job of being like, portraying a person that's kind of thrust into this type of situation. It's unfortunate that her husband turned on her at the end, and there wasn't really a clear explanation as to why. I think it's because something that the aunt said. It's his destiny to lead the family. And he's acting like this is, you know, and he even said so when he was talking to his mom. I realized at a young age when we were, you know, cutting a goat's throat that this was normal. But I knew that that wasn't a good thing to have be something normal in your life. So that he kind of rejected the idea. I think it kind of came out of nowhere when he kind of finally turned on her. But like I was talking to my friend, I think it was the moment where he asked Grace, you're not going to be with me after this, are you? And then he says, she's in here, and they capture her again, right? So I think overall, the film is entertaining. They have some suspense to it. and it's just one of those films that I think deserves a watch. You'll find it's either going to be funny or you might just fucking hate it. But I think mostly everybody is gonna enjoy it, because most of the people in my theater, the theater wasn't packed. It was a Monday night. The theater wasn't packed, but there were laughs in the theater, and there were people kind of like talking about certain moments of the film during the film. So I think overall it's an entertaining movie. I just wish that they had made a couple of different decisions when it comes to exposition and explaining stuff. Because there's a big scene before they pick the card, kind of the setup as to why they're playing the game. And that was Mr. LeBeau, we told him that when this deal was made, there's a game that's played every time somebody marries into the family. But they should have done more explanation as to, are y'all just sacrificing people, or is it always a goat, or is it what's going on? Is it just like, why, if you're sacrificing the goat, then why does the game need to be played, right? So, I don't know. But overall, the film is entertaining, so I say go check it out. I'm going to try to get some more videos up, and I want you guys to check them out. I'm going to be doing a sort of late review for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and I still got some other videos that I need to work on. Again, work has been really, really tiring, so really I just kind of lay around the house and be lazy. Bruce is starting to upload more, so he can kind of help produce content for the channel as well. I'm also going to be doing a review of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man films, since Bruce is doing the X-Men films. And then we're going to come together and, unfortunately, do the Fantastic Four movies. I don't know why the fuck I agreed to this. Jesus Christ.